everyone. Today I'm going to make a sardine pizza. My name is Anita and this is my channel where I show you how I've lost 145 pounds following an animal-based ketogenic diet. Okay, so today I am making a sardine pizza. It's very similar to my sardine waffles, just a little tweak or two. I learned this from a group member named Terry, and I have become obsessed with this sardine pizza. I've also made waffles out of it, so I'll give you those variations as we go. Today's just another Omega Monday around here. I usually do Omega Mondays, which means all my meals that day are seafood meals, and I try to get as many sardines in as I can, or other fatty oily fish, salmon, herring, anchovies, mackerel, sardines. I think I covered them all, I'm not sure. So it is a super simple recipe. I've got my oven set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also make it in your air fryer. Just use the bake setting in your air fryer. I've done that, it works great. But today I wanted to do it in the oven just to show people who don't have air fryers that they can, make these things as well. What I have here is 1 can of water-packed sardines. I've drained the water. This is for the dogs. They'll get that later. If it was oil-packed, I would also drain it, but I wouldn't give it to the dogs because it gives them loose stools. So they just get the water. It's been sitting on a paper towel just to get more moisture out of it. And I'm going to dump it in this little bowl and just break up the sardines as much as possible. These are King Oscar, water-packed, skin on, bones in. I eat it all, but you certainly can make this recipe without, with the skinless, boneless if you like, whatever you prefer. Although you do get more nutrition with this one. Just saying. These sardines will be well hidden in this recipe too. So maybe this is one of those opportunities for you to try the bone in, skin on, where it's well hidden, and then you don't get to taste it or I find that the texture is quite good. 2 large eggs. Just gonna crack them in here. Basically, I'm going to beat the egg. I could have beaten the egg first and then added the sardines in after. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to be adding a 1/2 ounce of cheese in. So at this point here, this is 100% carnivore. We've got dairy, seafood, eggs, all carnivore. I am going to add a couple of other things. Oh, actually, and then there's beef gelatin. I've made it without the beef gelatin, and it does work. So if you don't have beef gelatin or any gelatin, go ahead and not add it. I just find it a little more crispy, and I like crispy. So I'm gonna add a tablespoon of beef gelatin. But like I said, this is optional. We're still 100% carnivore here. I'm gonna add a little bit of my favorite pizza seasoning. This, for those of you in the lower mainland of British Columbia, Canada, this is available from the Gourmet Warehouse. This is a Canadian product, super clean. All it contains is basil, thyme, marjoram, rosemary, and oregano, nothing else. So I like this one, I like the flavor of it. So I'll be adding that, but it is completely optional. Entirely up to you. So the cheese, I'm just going to weigh out 1/2 ounce of cheese. You can actually also make it without cheese if you're not dairy tolerant, but I like the pizza-like texture you get from the cheese. So there's my 1/2 ounce. This is about a tablespoon. I'm going to be putting another 1/2 ounce on top. Now, I'm being skimpy on the cheese because, I try to keep it to a minimum. If you have 0 problems with cheese, go ahead and double this, add more cheese to your heart's content. So then what I'm going to do is I have a pan, and I just put this parchment liner. This is an air fryer liner, but I thought it'll work for what I want to do. And I'm just going to pour this in here and then just kind of smooth it out, make it nice and thin so that it gets, you know, crispy. I've always been a thin crust pizza person when I was a pizza person. But even when I make my chicken crust pizza, it has a very thin crust, crunchy texture that I like. Here we are. So that's about right. So I'm going to get another 1/2 ounce of cheese. I got 0.6. That's okay. So actually first I'm going to put on some of this. This probably 1/2 teaspoon maybe, but again, optional. For those of you that are going to wonder what animal the pizza seasoning came from, it didn't. So don't add it if you don't want to. It's all good. So then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more mozzarella. I made this with cheddar the other day, and I loved it as well. So if you don't have, you know, whatever type of cheese you have in your refrigerator, you can use. Now, this is the final thing that I like. Again, if you're not comfortable with this, don't add it. This is Frank's Red Hot Sauce. I find it pretty clean, and I don't react to it. It has cayenne red peppers, vinegar, water, salt, garlic powder. So there's no seed oils, there's no weird fillers, and I just use a few drops, just enough. I find that using a few drops of the hot sauce gives this a more pizza-like feeling, I guess, is the best way I can put it. That is what it looks like before it goes in, and I'm going to put it in the oven now. 15 to 20 minutes. It really depends on how thin you have spread it, and it depends on how hot your oven runs. Check it at 15 minutes and let it go longer if you need to. So here we go. See you when it comes out. We'll give it a try. For those of you who are wondering what the Omega Monday challenges are all about, I wrote about it in this book. This is my new handbook on Amazon. It tells you how to do a sardine challenge. It also tells you how to do the Omega Monday challenge. So it's on Amazon. It's you know, just a nice handbook with everything you need to know, a few recipes. Take a look at it and enjoy having more sardines in your life. Took a full 20 minutes. I checked it at 15. I like it to get a little bit brown around the edges before I take it out. Look at that. I probably should have sprayed the paper. I didn't think of that. Okay. Cut it nice and crooked. It's not like hard crust like a pizza. It's floppy because it is made, you know, from eggs and sardines. But what you could do is you could take these pieces and you could air fry them so that they get crispy. And I think that would be really tasty and cool. For now, I just like it so much that I just never bother. Here we go. I'm going to give it a try. I love it. It just reminds me of pizza. It's got just enough cheese in it. The little bit of red from the Frank's Red Hot Sauce makes me think I've got pizza sauce on it, and it gives it a little bit extra flavor dimension. I think it's great. I think next time I make it, I will do it finish it off in the air fryer to see how crispy it gets. And yeah, I just really like this recipe. I hope you give it a try and like it as well. It's perfect for Omega Mondays, and it's perfect for doing the sardine plus eggs challenge, which some of my members have been doing, and I will link that video below that explains how to do the sardines plus eggs challenge. Thank you to my friend Terry for this inspiration, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. okay, I thought the video was over, but then I thought, no, I want to try it in the air fryer after it was baked. And if you have an air fryer, take the extra 5 minutes because the pizza slices are much more firm. They've got crunchy edges. I don't know if you could hear that or not. I think it's worth it to take the extra few minutes. The other thing I forgot to tell you that you can make, just put the same recipe in your waffle maker. Turn your waffle maker on, set the timer for about 4 minutes, and that's how long it takes to make the waffles. I'll put a picture up of what the waffles look like. So yeah, it works. Whether you want to make waffles or little muffin tops or the whole pizza, great recipe for getting more sardines in.
Bye-bye. For those of you who are wondering what the sardine, no. Look at the camera, go bye-bye. My mouth is full now. Me? Okay.